You know, there's been a lot of talk about smoked queso, but folks, this ain't some just little creamy cheese dip you put a chip in there. This is a full-blown meal because it's got what? Beef in it. It's got 4 different kinds of cheese, some jalapenos and some poblanos to smooth it all out. And when you run a chip in this, folks, it's like you done been to the best diner in the world because don't get no better. So come on, the creamy cheesy goodness is about to start. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by camp. Ooh, it is a great day, it is. And what are we talking about? Yep, you heard me right. Smoked queso. Who doesn't like some cheese? Who doesn't like it smoked? And we throw in a bite of some what? Some, had a runaway pepper. Some jalapenos and some poblanos. But folks, we got smoked cheese itself to start with, but then we're gonna add some smoked beef in there with it. We're gonna blend some great flavors, so I think we should get started. We've got to have a smoking apparatus, know what I mean? And today, hey, I'm gonna use old trusty reliable pit barrel lamb. That thing has served me well, and it gives a good, great flavor. That cylinder smoke coming all around there just blends in really well. So that's what we're gonna use. I put us some hardwood oak in there today. We're going to start out with that, but then we're going to blend some more flavors of smoke with it as we get to going. But folks, you don't got to have this particular model to get this recipe done. It's what I like to use, but any grill that you got, you can turn into a smoker. But folks, we got to jazz it up just a little, but I'm talking poblanos and jalapenos. This will take, all dependent on your heat source, anywhere from about 15 to 20 minutes, or you can do it in the burner on the house. But you're going on the house. Well, if your burner's on the house, it's probably gonna burn the house down, so don't try that method. While them little chilies is finishing up their roasting, let's ease back over here and let's go to putting some of this cheese and this meat together. Now, we have some Monterey Jack and some mozzarella that I smoked, been sitting in the ice box about maybe a week. Little more intense flavor gets to just mellow out as it rests in there. What, you didn't see the smoked cheese video? Well, hey, they'll have you a link up there where you can find it out. But remember, everything that we use in this video will be listed right down there below to where you can find it. So, folks,
I just buy smoked cheese at the store too.
So folks, really, I'm talking about 4 different kinds of cheese. Now I know you're just seeing 3 here and you're thinking, he don't know good mathematics. Well, I got me some of that queso fresco in the house that we're going to put on right at the last and just crumble over it. It's going to give it sort of that paint horse look. We're going to have yellow, white, green, red, because we're going to dash it up just a tad and make it good. And I'm going to let it get some more love over on that pit barrel. So I just want you to chunk it up. Now, we're going to arrange this in alphabetical order. And we're going to put all the cheese over here on this side. Here we go. So we got some Velveeta, and folks, Velveeta is creamy, and I know some of you out there saying, "Kid, it's got them artificial flavors in there and everything." Folks, this here's going to make some smoothness. That's a half a block of Velveeta, okay? Set that one over there, and I just need you to chop this up on the same level. Big is inspecting and expecting another bite of cheese, I think, aren't you? I mean, you have got the eyeball on it, and you be telling yourself, that's a lot of cheese. Did you watch the video previously where we said you can't have too much cheese? The people in Wisconsin are holding their hands up again today. Praise the cheese gods, because hey, we're gonna have us some cheese in there.
So if you didn't have a Dutch oven, what would you do this in?
You could put this in a deep foil pan, you know, where you wouldn't have to be making no mess in the oven or out here on the smoker. But this is gonna hold me some heat in here a little better. This is a 12-inch Dutch oven, shallow, that we're using today, and it fits perfectly inside the pit barrel. Let me get them peppers off there, because they need to participate in this deal as well. I mean, look at all that good color we got. Now we're just going to say, hey, it's time for your workout. You're going to have to do the Richard Simmons moves on them. They're going to sweat. Yeah, we just got to find a bag to put them in. So, you can use your Walmart sack, Ziploc bag, I don't care. But remember, I told you it had to have a spritz of water. Whoa, that's a spritz right there. And then all you got to do, just chunk them in there. Oh, so much good flavor right there. Give them a sealing. I need you just to shake it around there on them. And we're just going to let them sit there in the sauna room and just go ahead and sweat it on out. Remember that? Sweating to the old days. Blister your peppers. Sweating to the old days. Uh-huh. Whew. I'm sweating. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sweating.
What is that gonna do?
It's gonna make the skin where it's easily removable. One smooth trick it is. Remember we talking about putting some beef in there? Well, if the beagle ain't eat it, I got some. About a 2.5 pound certified Angus beef chuck roast. And I just season it the way I always do my stuff. Little lime juice, and remember, lime juice is a marinade that is gonna break down muscle tissue. Then we're gonna put us some good Red River Ranch Original on there. Rub it all in, top, bottom, and remember this is a thick piece of meat, so be sure you season around the sides. Then I'm just gonna let it sit there in the ice box for about, I don't know, 2 hours. Let all of it just sort of get to loving. Bring it out 30 minutes ahead of time. Let it come up to room temperature. Built me a fire back in that pit barrel. Put it over, let it smoke. I did add me some mesquite, and I added me some cherry wood to it to try to get some more flavor out of there. Let it go about, probably close to 3 hours. Brought it in there and just rough chopped it. So you can see how it's chopped, and that's, and it smells good too. So he is a contestant in this show, so we're gonna put him in right over here. Rotel. What is it? It is green chilies, diced tomatoes. I'm just gonna dump it in there right here on this side. And you can get the petite little bitty sliced ones, but hey, I think this does it a little more flavor. Well folks, after this gets blended in here a little bit, we may add some broth like chicken broth or beef broth. So let me set this right here. Let's get these peppers up here, and I need you just to give them a little love. Just give them a little rubbing. That's what they want. Scratch they back. Presto, changeo, magicio. What do we got? Roasted peppers that are partially peeled and oh, so flavorful. You can take your back side of your knife and just run over here and you'll pull that stem right out there. Oh, so easy. Easier than coring an apple it is. And then you can just take it, scrape it, break it right over to one side. And if you accidentally leave some of that stuff on there, guess what? Ain't gonna hurt a thing because you're getting flavor. And then just give them a chop. Diced as big, little, small as you want them. I just need them to blend in well with what all we got going on in there. So we got all our contestants in there, we do. So let's just go ahead and let's just add about half of this can of broth to it. Just make sure everybody's got a little of that love. Now we got to go back over to this pit barrel, add us some smoke flavorings to it, and let the smoking commence. We are ready to add us some smoke flavoring. What we're gonna start with? I'm gonna start with some mesquite because all we got in there is some hardwood oak, about that much. Wonder where them little chunks come from, Shan. And one more, just that much. Left over from them mesquite spatulas. What do we got here? Some cherry wood, because cherry and cheese go well together, it do. And I want you to give it 2 more handfuls. And guess what, when it comes to that thing that I have found out that goes pretty good with cheese, and my good friends keep sending it to me, some alderwood. But guess what, it's just 1 handful of alderwood. Now you can see there's smoke rising. Let's put our grate back on there, get our loveliness. And folks, we are gonna come back and stir this together here in a minute, but I wanted to let it just sit in here and get good and warm and let things blend a little, and then we'll mix it. That is a beautiful picture right there to me. That's what you call love in a Dutch oven. So, on the lid goes. Oh, I can see you now, Shan, the smoke is cleared. We're just gonna let it smoke, folks. Probably gonna be about, I'd say 30 to 40 minutes, and then we'll stir it, see if we need to add any more smoke, and just let it sit there and rest and get the goodness throughout. Well, it is a done deal, it did, and it didn't take but about an hour maybe and 5 or 6 minutes to get the complete process done. Went back in there and had to stir it, make sure it's really mixed, and if you think you're a little hot and your cheese is starting to really stick to the bottom, lower that heat back down on it, okay? Then right at the end of it, when everything was simmering and it was oh so good and culinary is doing their job, there they are. I went back and added me a little queso fresco, just crumbled up there on top for a little color, but also a little more cheesy flavor. So my cheese hounds, they need to try a little of this.
Take out the peppers.
There ain't no peppers in that bite. Who likes cheese? Everybody likes cheese. It goes well with a chip. What do you think? Duke says chips are hard on my gums. That chip, it is so good it nearly breaks the chip off.
Don't burn the hair off your tongue.
Oh baby, do the waltzing round, do the little what you call it to the pit barrel. Wow. The smoked meat comes out, but all the smoked cheese that we started with, then you blend that in there with the poblanos and the jalapeno. Remember, it's oh so simple, and everything we use will be down there in that little link below. We just want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to watch our videos. We appreciate it so much, and we do consider you all family. And if you're a new viewer, hey, be sure and hit that subscribe button, because I don't want you to miss out on none of this goodness that's going along. As always, I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women, all the veterans who have kept Old Glory flying over camp there wherever we might be. But I want to thank everybody who's taking care of everybody, from the healthcare workers to the people that's running the sandwich shops. We all got a job. We're going to do them well, because Mr. Rogers said what? It's really good to be a good neighbor. So remember to be a good neighbor. So it's a done deal, folks. Stick a fork in it. It's done. That dog will hunt. God bless you each and every one. And I'll see you down the cheesy for cheesy goodness smoked queso trail. I'm getting hot. Why do you want to be a party pooper?